I'm Tida Silva. Welcome to this Global Wrap. This is the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. 50 years ago, African Americans and civil rights activists, led by Martin Luther King Jr., walked across this bridge to demand voting rights. They were stopped and then attacked by state troopers in what became known in civil rights history as Bloody Sunday. Last weekend, thousands, including President Obama, marked the 50th anniversary of the march that led to the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
They marched as Americans who had endured hundreds of years of brutal violence. They proved that nonviolent change is possible.
College students from Atlanta talked about the meaning of the Selma March.
To know that other people lay down their lives so that we can do this, knowing it's overwhelming.
Why were they out here if you're not going to vote? They did this for our cause, for our future.
The United States ambassador to South Korea was stabbed by a lone assailant on Friday. Ambassador Mark Lippert was attacked at a conference. The attacker screamed, "South and North Korea should be unified," when he lunged at the ambassador. Ambassador Lippert was released from the hospital on Tuesday. In Washington on Monday, 47 Republican senators sent a letter to the leadership of Iran. They told Iranian officials that Congress and a new president can change whatever the Obama administration negotiates with Iran about limiting its development of nuclear weapons. Senator Harry Reid, the Democratic minority leader, had strong criticism for the letter writers.
Let's be very clear. Republicans are undermining our commander-in-chief while empowering the Ayatollahs.
The freshman Republican senator who organized the letter to Iran had a different view.
We're simply trying to say that Congress has a constitutional role to approve any deal to make sure that Iran never gets a nuclear weapon.
A debate over a possible treaty is taking place in Iran as well. At a meeting of the Council of Experts, the United States was called untrustworthy, but one speaker said there was support for a treaty that protected Iran's dignity and national interests. World health experts say the Ebola virus is being contained in West Africa. Beatrice Sankerle Yardalo is the last known Ebola patient in Liberia. She returned home from a hospital last Thursday.
I'm just happy to be back home with my life in me. And even my own children, 3 of them, did not come back to this family.
In neighboring Guinea, Dr. Tom Frieden, head of the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention, warned health workers the epidemic was not over. It is hard times for circuses in Mexico. Government bans on animals in circus acts have forced 8 of the nation's biggest circuses out of business. Animal rights activists said the ban will end mistreatment. Elephants have been part of the circus in the United States since 1870. But on Thursday, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus said it was shutting down its elephant acts. The circus wants to avoid conflicts with local regulations. When the 13 elephants in the circus retire in 2018, they will join other pachyderms at an elephant ranch in Florida. I'm Tida Silva. Check in next week for the latest Global Wrap.